Good morning and a warm welcome to your show, Sunny Mornings in Boston. I'm your host, Melissa, and it's Wednesday, November 26th. You'll be interested to know, today is National Cake Day. This sweet holiday celebrates the joy of cake, from classic chocolate to fancy layered creations, bringing friends and family together. Bake one, share a slice, or order a specialty creation today is the perfect excuse to indulge and celebrate with a smile. So let's party and enjoy. So now you know. And now, it's time for the weather report. This morning, there's patchy fog, and it feels like 56 degrees with 6-mile-per-hour wind. The sunset will take place at 4:13, and it will rise again tomorrow at 6:49. It looks like we're in for some patchy fog this morning, giving way to mostly cloudy skies, with a high near 61 and a light south wind around 7. Tonight, there's a slight chance of rain later, mostly cloudy with a low around 40, and a southwest wind with gusts up to 21. For all you beach runners out there, the first low tide Wednesday will be at 9, with a high tide at 3. The nearshore buoy at Cape Cod Bay reads 49 degrees for the water temperature. Looking ahead in the weather, Thanksgiving Day will be mostly sunny with a high near 47 and west winds around 10 to 14 miles per hour, gusting as high as 28. A chilly night follows with lows near 32 and gusty southwest winds. Then Friday stays mostly sunny near 42, with west winds gusting into the low 30s before dipping to around 29 Friday night. Saturday is sunny near 40 with lighter winds, while Sunday turns mostly cloudy with a chance of rain after 11 a.m. and highs near 50, with rain likely Sunday night near 39. Bonjour, food enthusiasts. This podcast is brought to you by Versailles Cafe and Pastries in Encinitas. Nestled on El Camino Real South, just north of Encinitas Boulevard, this cafe is a haven for culinary delights. Indulge in their amazing Eggs Benedict or their gluten-free crepes. You can grab a panini for lunch or just breeze on through to get your morning coffee. They are open every day from 8 to 5. So stop on by and don't forget to tell them Sunny Morning sent you. In local news, House Speaker Ron Mariano highlighted a significant shift in voter sentiment regarding rent control, as a recent Suffolk University Boston Globe poll revealed that 62.6% of Massachusetts residents now support a ballot question to cap annual rent increases at 5%. In contrast, nearly 31% opposed the measure, while the remainder were undecided. Homes for All Massachusetts recently announced they collected more than 124,000 raw signatures, surpassing the 74,574 needed for the 2026 ballot. Poll results also indicated strong support for proposals addressing legislative stipends, public records law, and voting reforms, reflecting the concerns of Massachusetts residents about housing affordability and the economy. Now on to sports. The college football playoff rankings have clarified the implications ahead of Week 14 clashes. Ohio State remains at number 1 ahead of its game against Michigan. Texas A&M holds the 3rd spot, while Georgia and Texas Tech follow. Oregon has moved to 6, facing a challenge at Washington. Mississippi has dropped to 7th, and Oklahoma is 8th. Brigham Young, Miami, Utah, Vanderbilt, and Michigan are outside the top 10, but still in contention. Tulane remains at 24th and could compete for the Group of 5 automatic bid. The next ranking will be released on December 2nd. In local sports, the Boston Red Sox are acquiring veteran right-hander Sonny Gray in a trade with the St. Louis Cardinals, sources confirmed to ESPN on Tuesday. Gray, who's 36, had a record of 14 wins and 8 losses with an earned run average of 4.28 last season. In return, St. Louis receives left-handed prospect Brandon Clarke and right-hander Richard Fitz, along with cash considerations. Clarke, 22 years old, has a fastball that can reach 100 miles per hour, while Fitz had a record of 2 wins and 4 losses with an earned run average of 5. In top news, the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services announced lower prices on 15 costly prescription drugs under Medicare, including Ozempic and Wegovy. These price cuts result from the Medicare Drug Price Negotiation Program established by the Inflation Reduction Act, signed into law by President Joe Biden in 2022. This is different from President Donald Trump's most favored nation approach, which relied on executive orders. The negotiated prices will save taxpayers $12 billion and are expected to save Medicare enrollees $685 million in out-of-pocket costs by 2027. Many Americans find prescription drugs unaffordable, with surveys showing significant numbers have skipped or altered their medications due to cost. In business news, home sellers are taking their homes off the market at the fastest pace in nearly a decade. Approximately 15% of the homes that were delisted in September were at risk of selling at a loss, according to Redfin. Redfin found that 70% of homes listed in September were on the market for 60 days or longer. Close to 85,000 United States sellers took their homes off the market in September, up 28% from September 2024. The housing market is now heading into its slowest season, with home prices still 50% higher than 5 years ago. In crypto movement, Bitcoin is down 1% to about $87,000. Ethereum is unchanged at just over $2,900. And XRP is down 3% to $2.17. Moving on to a more local vibe. In our community spotlight on health and wellness, we are working with a national Pilates studio to bring you some free classes, so listen up. Check out Club Pilates, with several locations in the Boston area. Pilates presents a comprehensive wellness approach, cultivating strength, reducing tension, and elevating mental well-being. Scientific research affirms its benefits. So now you can check out Club Pilates for a free class, with locations in Canton, Wellesley, Hingham, Brookline, and Framingham. Just be sure to tell them Sunny Morning sent you by. And now, back to the show. Let's talk tech. Google's parent company, Alphabet, is very close to becoming the 4th company to join the $4 trillion market cap club. Fellow tech giant Meta is considering supplying some of its data centers with Google chips, according to the information on Monday. The deal, potentially worth billions of dollars, would start in 2027. Google recently revealed its latest AI model, Gemini 3, and updates to its image generator, Nano Banana Pro. Many claim Gemini 3 is significantly better than OpenAI's ChatGPT. While NVIDIA remains the leading AI chip supplier, Google's custom tensor processing units are gaining traction. Meta would significantly enhance Google's customer list. And in entertainment news, Warner Music Group has announced a deal with Suno, settling its copyright lawsuit against the AI music startup. The agreement ensures that artists and songwriters will have full control over the use of their names, images, likenesses, voices, and compositions in new AI-generated music. Warner Music Group also sold Songkick to Suno for an undisclosed amount, with Songkick continuing as a fan destination. Suno will launch more advanced models next year, requiring a paid account for audio downloads. Warner Music Group CEO Robert Kinkle stated that this landmark pact benefits the entire creative community. Suno recently raised $250 million in funding. Well, alrighty, folks. It's time for the quote of the day. And today, our quote comes from the American economist and social theorist, Thomas Sowell. And he said, "The first lesson of economics is scarcity. There is never enough of anything to satisfy all those who want it." And that's a wrap for this morning. You can check out our Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok for some captivating aerial videos with local news and the weather reports. Have an amazing day, my good friends. We'll see you tomorrow with another episode of Sunny Mornings in Boston.